Hey everybody, Infected Xenon here, coming at you guys with my Laval Quasar deck profile. So I'll get into it. I'll probably try to say as many can per card, and we'll get started. So before I get started, I do want to say that Jaden is peeping from the side. He's just like peeping, you know. I don't even know. So we play one Blaster. Blaster is a discard outlet because you need that, because sometimes you're gonna get dead Laval that's in your hand. He's a discard outlet and he's a recurring 2800 beater, so sometimes you can win literally just off blaster summons, which is really awesome late game. I really try not to banish early on, but you could if you really needed to get that damage across. But other than that, you're really not going to need it. 2 Laval Magma Cannoneers is needed for the OTK. I'll go to the OTK. Pretty much it's just activate Molten Conduction Field, send Cannoneer, send Handmaiden, her effect. If there's another Laval monster, when she hits the graveyard, you send another one, so you send another copy of herself, then another copy of herself, and then you send the second copy of Cannoneer. So the only problem with that OTK is that it requires you not drawing into all 5 of those cards, but if you draw them, you have this card outlets like Blaster, Wing Blast, and Raigeki Break to get them off your hand, so you can still activate it. So then you activate Rekindling, special summon all 5 of those monsters. You synchro 1 Handmaiden with 1 Cannoneer for a TG Hyper Librarian. Then you synchro 1 Handmaiden and the other Cannoneer for any of your level 5 synchros. I play 6 of them. No, this is a level 6. I play 5 level 5 synchros. And so yeah, you could pick. I would tend to go like Catastor, or actually I would go Laval Dual Slasher because he's 200. So next time you rekindle, you can bring back him. And then you need to normal summon a level 1 and synchro the 3rd Handmaiden with the level 1. So Librarian, you're drawing 1 off the level 5 synchro. Then when you synchro to Formula, you draw 1 off of that, and Librarian draw. So you're pretty much drawing 3 cards, so hopefully you can draw into your defenses and a Forbidden Lance. Or, yeah, just that, because, you know, anything else wouldn't really matter. And then you synchro those 3 monsters for Quasar Dragon, and he can attack twice, and he can negate 1 card per turn. So very good, very good. So 3 cannon, when he's normal or flip summoned, you special summon 1 of your banished Lavals, which is very important because when you're banishing with Blaster, you can bring back like Handmaiden and synchro for 5, or bring back Lakeside Lady and synchro for 7, which is very important because she also has a banish of her own effect. So if there are 3 or more different Laval monsters in your graveyard, you can banish 1 Laval monster and this card from your graveyard to target 1 set card your opponent controls and destroy it. So very important. When you know you have game pretty much and you send everything, you pretty much banish her and let's say a Handmaiden or anything, or banish her and another cannon. Pop 1 of your set cards, normal summon cannon, and synchro for Black Rose, and blow up the field. Then you God Kindling, which is a SS Jason 19 reference. If you're watching this, everyone loves your videos. There's no need to put it blankly. So you rekindle, you bring back those 5, the 2 Cannoneers and the 3 Handmaiden. Then you do your synchro for Librarian, your synchro for 5, and then you stop Handmaiden. But if you control a face-up tuner monster, you can special summon this card from your hand. And then you synchro for Formula, and then you're good to go. And then you win because Black Rose cleared the field. And you can then Lakeside Lady with the other Lakeside Lady, banish 1 of the Handmaidens that you do not need and pop their back row before synchro summoning into a further card or whatever. It's just all up to you. You gotta play it correctly. I mean, this deck is, I wouldn't say it's autopilot. This deck is not autopilot. You actually need to think about your plays more than you think. A lot of people just hate on the deck because it's rekindling. Yeah, sure. You're rekindling and you know what to synchro, but before that, you gotta clear the field. You gotta know exactly when to rekindle because you can't just normally rekindle. And like if you look at the video I uploaded yesterday, if you want to go on my channel, going Quasar Dragon isn't as you would think it is if you just let your opponent draw max C. So you need to know when to stop of drawing off max C, etc, etc, or stop special summoning under max C rather. So then for hand traps, I play 3 Swift Scarecrow, 1 Fader. I was playing 2 and 2, but then slowly but surely I realized Battle Fader is bad because he sticks on field. I thought he was good because he sticked on field, but then I noticed when you rekindle, you can only bring back 4 monsters and you need to bring back 5. So yeah, so that's why Scarecrow's there, because he stops and he just stays in grave. He chills there, you know. He does his thing. So then 1 Boost Warrior again. If you control a face-up tuner, you special summon it from your hand. Honestly, I may be tempted to play Rhoda. I don't know what I drop. Maybe a Max C if we don't need them in the next format. Because Rhoda grabs not only Boost Warrior, but it grabs cannons for easy Black Rose or Sten plays, or even rank 5 or level 5 plays. So Rhoda probably is coming into the main deck, but for now I just haven't needed it because of all the draw power you have in the deck and the deck thinning. So 3 card again, draw power, draw into your Molten Conduction Field, into your Rekindling. It's good stuff. And 2 Maxi, just even if it's a 1-for-1, you're technically making your deck 38 cards if you 1-for-1. And I don't play Upstart Golem because I want to OTK with Quasar, you know, attack twice and that's 8,000. So that's why I play Maxi. I mean, maybe if we don't need it in the format, it's going to my side. I'll probably add a Rhoda and maybe even a third Lance, probably, or a third Lakeside Lady. I don't know, or maybe just a third trap, like a Wing Blast, Raigeki Break, a discard outlet. I don't know. We have to see how the meta evolves. This is only the second day of the new format, so you know we really don't know exactly what's going on. But Maxi, the least bit being a 1-for-1 makes your deck 38 cards, you know, and just get into your Kindling and Multi-Conduction Field early. So for spells, we just 3 of everything: 3 MST, 3 Duality, of course, to draw into Multi-Conduction Field hopefully early, or get a Rekindling if you have a Multi-Conduction Field. 3 MST, of course, get rid of back row so your plays can go off. Duality is also good because, well, it's bad, I mean, because if you get Rekindling, you know you have to stall out a turn, but with your 4 guys, you're good. And then Duality card D is like the best play, opening play, if you can do, unless you can OTK them opening play, which would be hilarious. Like if you have open up 3 MST, a Conduction Field, a Rekindling, and a Boost Warrior, like you win. Like there's just no question about it. I mean, wait, they can't do anything. They can max C, but most decks play like Gores and 2-Trag, right? But they're not gonna draw into Gores and 2-Trag. Let's say they draw into 1 Gores, and Quasar Dragon doesn't give a fuck, pretty much. Alright, so 3 Molten Conduction Field, send 2 Lavals. Again, you send another Laval, then Handmaiden, and then Handmaiden's effect triggers. Late game, you can just send Lakeside Ladies and Cannons, so Lakeside Lady can pop and stuff. 3 Kindling, special summon 2 or 100 defense. Fire types, some fucking stuttering. Boost Warriors 200, but you never special summon him. Again, you pretty much special summon Handmaidens or Cannons. Later in the game, you can bring back Lakeside Ladies and Dual Slasher for level 8 synchros, if that's pretty interesting for you. I'll play a Dark Hole because Dark Hole you just clear the field and then OTK. Pretty self-explanatory. 2 Lance, protect your monsters. Quasar Dragon, protect him at all costs if you can OTK, pretty much. So that's why I play these. 1 Wing Blast, 1 Raigeki Break. They're discard outlets for like Lakeside Ladies or Handmaidens you draw. Even Blasters you could use, and it just hurts your opponent, and you pretty much don't want them in your hand anyway, so you're not really minusing, you know. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing much to say. You don't know which card is better yet this format, but I'm opted to say Wing Blast will still be the more predominant one, just because you stack them and you know what they're drawing next turn, so you have no worries. Or even if you don't know what they're drawing the same card, so you know they're not drawing a monster, let's say, or if you bounce back a face-up monster, you know they're drawing that monster. So 2 Fiendish Chain, stop effects, and stop attacks is very important, because you really want to just make sure you don't get OTK'd and then OTK them, or you just don't want to lose and then OTK them. A good thing about only playing 4 traps for me is that I can side royal the Kree, although I don't have it here. The only reason I'm doing the deck profile on YuGiOh Pro is, first of all, it looks nicer in my opinion, and second of all, the end is down. But my side deck, I have 3 Decree, definitely, because anti-meta decks, I hate anti-meta decks, and they slow you down with all those traps. So 3 MST, I said like Do Dust, and 3 Roll Decree, so very important. Extra deck, Formula Synchron, you need it for the OTK. You can also play, there's a level 2 Fire Tuner Synchro, but you could play him, definitely, and I would recommend playing him, and I would probably drop Dragoon, because you almost never go into it, but you can go into it, that's why I have it here. And it's pretty decent, because you can just add Cannon and dump a dead Laval technically, but I would definitely add the second level 2 Synchro Tuner guy, so that's a good call for you. Armory Arm is very good because it helps you OTK more. It's a win more card, and it's awesome. Those are the best in Yu-Gi-Oh! Armades, Cataster, Librarian, Dual Slasher, and Laval Dragon. If you guys saw in the duel video, what I would do if I have 2 Rekindlings, after I go Quasar, I would rekindle and go into Armades, just so that they can't use any of those or if they attack, they can't drop let's say Gores or Trag. And when you attack, like when you attack, and let's say they're at 6,000, you attack them with this guy, and then they're at 37, and then you can just attack with Quasar and finish it off. So I would definitely hold on Armades if you have a second Rekindling, so they just make any of these 4, and then with your second Kindling make like Armades and another level 5. But yeah, Librarian, Dual Slasher, I recommend making him first, because Dragoon is actually pretty decent, but Dual Slasher comes back with a Rekindling, and if you synchro him and a Handmaiden, you can make your Dragoon, or if you synchro him and a Lakeside Lady, you make a level 8 synchro play, which is very, very good too. So Dragon, you shuffle 2 Lavals and you bounce one of your opponent's face up to target 1 card your opponent controls. So just any card on the field, you can bounce it back. Very, very good. And you just reshuffle them and then you Molten Conduction them out, whatever, that kind of thing. Or you can search it with Dragoon, which you add a Laval and then you dump a Laval. Stennin is very good too, so when he Synchro summons, you send one card from your hand to the graveyard, a dead Laval, a Blaster, a card you don't need maybe, like Maxi in game 1 or MST, whatever. And when he's targeted by a card effect, you banish a Laval in your graveyard, negate the activation and destroy the card. Pretty good. He's 2700, so he's pretty hard to beat, unless you're like Mirror Force him or Dark Hole. I could just keep banishing Lavals and protect him. 2 Black Rose, because Black Rose is just literally cannon, Lakeside Lady, Black Rose. The first one gets negated, you banish the Lakeside Lady and the cannon, and then next turn summon another cannon and Black Rose. So start a Spark, which is in Japanese, really cool. I mean, I'm using a proxy apparently. Scrap Dragon, Crimson Blader, because it's good against Mermills, and Mermills are pretty good this format, and Quasar Dragon, of course. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this deck profile. I think this was a pretty good deck profile or whatever. If you guys have any suggestions, again, the Rhoda would be a good call in the main deck, stuff like that. But of course, be sure to comment down below if you have any other suggestions for the deck. Let me know what you guys think about it, because this deck is pretty fucking good. So yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video. Infected Eden signing out. Have a good one, guys.